What's good, y'all? It's your boy Dad Poppy, aka Los Courtside, back again with another video. I want to make this video just spitballing and freestyling, going off of a topic of a conversation that I had the other day. So I was out at this day party out here in LA. So I live in LA. I've been in LA for the last 3 years. Been in California for the last 7 years now. So I've been here for a minute. I've experienced the landscape of LA, the city. I'm accustomed to it. So I know what it's like to date out here now. And over my time of dating out here and coming across different women and men's opinions on on the entire landscape of dating, there's pretty much the consensus is that dating in LA is pretty trash. And I was always curious about one, where that line of thinking comes from, and two, what is contributing to that potentially being the case. So from my experience, would I say that dating in LA is trash for me personally? I wouldn't say it's trash, but it it's not for the weak at heart. Like this shit, I'm telling you guys right now, dating in LA is it's the Super Bowl. It's like if you go to LA or New York or Miami, like this is the top of the top. This is not for the weak of heart. You got to come with your A game because there's way too many people out here. There's way too many options. So you got to self improve. You got to work on yourself to make yourself quote unquote the best option, but not even to be the best option on some uh like we're in a hierarchy and this is a contest or anything like that. But it's more so in the mindset of there's so many options here for men and for women. There's so many options, so many different uh races and backgrounds and occupations that you'd have to be the best you in order to I don't want to say succeed because I don't think that, like dating is a goal driven activity. Dating is just in a relationship type of things. It's social dynamics. You're talking to people, you're getting to know them, etc., etc. With that being said, there's a lot of factors that I feel definitely mess with people's experience of dating. And let me go into detail by saying that we're in LA, like I was saying, there's so many different people from so many different backgrounds. Of course, it's the entertainment capital of the world. There's so many people that make music. There's so many athletes that are here. There's so many entrepreneurs and business people and scammers and drug dealers and this big gamut of people in this melting pot. And I feel like for a lot of quote unquote normal guys that have normal jobs, or not even normal jobs, but just guys that are making average money and whatnot, blah 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 blah. They come across a lot of issues with maybe trying to get the attention of some of the women out here that they feel like is on their level because of the fact that in LA, and for anyone that's never been to LA, I'm telling you right now, every girl in this city, every girl in this city, every girl in this city has been contacted by or interacted with a ball player, a music entertainer, an influencer, someone of means. I can almost guarantee you all women in this city have been hit up at a certain point. All women in this city have been invited to some big shots section at a certain point. All women in this city have gotten DMs from these type of individuals. And basically what ends up happening is that they are under the impression that that's the only type of dude that's worth their time now because of the fact that they might have had an encounter with a rapper, or they might have had an encounter with a ball player, they might have had an encounter with an influencer or a popular club promoter or something like that. They're at a point where now they think that they're above quote unquote normal guys. They're looking for a lifestyle that normal men cannot provide because of the fact that they are exposed to all of these different men of these different backgrounds, and it skews their mind and their perception of what would actually be a good person to be in a relationship with. And the catch 22 on that is that their minds get messed up by dealing with all these entertainers and dealing with all these quote unquote high value men, men of high stature. That what ends up happening is they go, they chase after these dudes, or they entertain these dudes the most. They get played, they get smashed and passed and thrown to the side, and now they hate men. And they say men are trash because of the fact that the men that they're going after have so many options that, and they're also not looking for serious relationships, that now they're discarding the woman and they're putting them to the side. And then it's basically a trickle down effect to the point where you're a normal person. You're coming up to her. You're like, hey, blah 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 blah. I only have so much to offer, but I have a good heart. Now she's jaded. She's like, all men are trash. All men cheat. All men are not with my time. You all play games. When for you specifically, that's mostly not the case. You're probably just a regular dude. You have your hobbies. You have your job, and you just want a girlfriend that you can spend some time with and build and grow, etc., etc. But because of the fact that their minds have been polluted by this world of celebrity, this world of luxury that we inhabit in LA. It's almost like normal is bad to them. Average. What Kevin Samuels would always say in the videos that I've seen of him is like people act like average is a bad thing. A lot of women act like average is a bad thing, and a lot of them, it was taken in a negative connotation in the sense of if you are an average looking woman or an average looking man, that's as an insult. That's a messed up thing to say. But it's not even just that, but to just be of average means, to make an average amount of money, to have an average car and live in an average apartment. People are turned off by that notion, even though that is the average. That is what a majority of us live in. A majority of us is not going to be living in high-end apartments. A majority of us are not going to be driving high-end cars. A majority of us are not going to be wearing designer clothes all the time. A majority of us are not going to be able to go out to Nobu and to catch LA and to buy sections at the club and buy bottles and go on yachts. That's not the life that a lot of us are going to be able to live. And social media, it makes it seem that everybody is living that life because that's the only thing you see. And when that's the only thing you see, your mind gets polluted and now you're messed up and you're thinking that, okay, we all should be able to have that. And yes, it's America, it's capitalist society. We all have the potential to do that. But for a good majority of us, that's not going to be the case. And there's nothing wrong with being a man of regular means. And there's all these politics that go into 80% of the women go for the top 20 or 10% of the men, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, these Johns still need a man. Like most of them, can't talk. Most of them don't want to die alone. Most of them want a man. Most of them want someone that they can bring home to. Most of them want someone to hold their hand, someone to look good by them. So with that being said, I feel that dating in LA is very contentious. Dating in LA is it's gonna bring you through the ringer, but the way I look at it is I feel I've learned so much about myself and what I like and what I desire from dating all these different people that when I finally come across a person that really sparks my interest, that really has my attention, that I'm going to know for sure that that's what I want. I think that's also another big issue, is that a lot of people don't know what they want. A lot of women don't know what they want, and a lot of men also don't know what they want. They're so distracted by what they think they want. Like guys think they want a badge on, girls think they want a baller, they want a tall, light skinned dude. And at the end of the day, they don't even know why they want what they want. Like, do you know why you want what you want? Do you know why your type is your type? Do you know why you're attracted to black men? Do you know why you're attracted to Asian women? Do you know why you're attracted to Latinas? Do you know why you're attracted to Middle Eastern? There's a reason. There's something going on that is influencing you having these preferences and you having these desires and you having this vision of how you want your life to go. And I feel like a lot of people don't self-reflect, where you end up going for people that are not even conducive to try to date seriously, to try to be in a relationship with, and then it ends up hurting yourself because of the fact that, damn, I went and I dated this person, and they dogged me out, they cheated on me, but you were so caught up in trying to be a baller's girlfriend, or you were so caught up in trying to have a badge on your arm that you didn't even recognize that this person is not a good person to be in a relationship with. They have mental issues. They have trust issues. They are not loyal. They they will leave you at a drop of a dime. They are hypergamous. They are ambitious. All of these things that people look past because they're caught on to the superficial. And I think that's also a really big thing, is getting caught up in the superficiality in LA. There's so many superficial people out here. It's hard to make genuine connections. It's hard to make that to break that surface level for a lot of people. And a lot of people cheat too. A lot of people lie out here. You guys don't understand how many girls that I've come across, and they will act like they want me to wife them so bad. Like the first day, the first couple times we hanging together, they act like they so for me. They act like they so about me that they don't want to talk to nobody else. They want to know if I'm talking to anybody else. They want to make it seem like it's official. Whole time she smashing another dude. She getting her back blown out on a religious basis, and she trying to come to me on some I want you to wife shit. And I feel like that's not right. That's not the right way to go about it. If you a hoe, be a hoe. There's so many dudes that will embrace you and accept you for being a hoe if you just be real about it. But there's so many times in which people want to lie because we're trying to impress each other, and we're trying to appeal and show them the best version of ourselves. And then they want to wonder why the relationship falls apart because they see the real you and your real behaviors and your real personality pops out, and we're incompatible. So it's like it doesn't make any sense to me why you're gonna lie to a dude about your sexual past. It doesn't make sense to me why you're gonna lie to a dude and make it seem like they're the only ones you're entertaining, they're the only ones you're having sex with, when that's not the case. I'd much rather respect a woman that's telling me, hey, yeah, you're not even the only one I'm dating right now. You're not even the only one that I'm smashing. So, maybe it could be like that in the future. But just to be 100% real with each other, I'm letting you know now. I would respect that so much. Or not even the fact that it's not it's not being said, because obviously there's things like discretion. We can be discreet with each other. I'm already assuming that no matter what girl I'm dating, that she's already entertaining another man when I come into her life, because that's just logic. She's been living her life. She's single, or she was in a relationship. Women have a lot more options than men do. So it's only logical to think that, oh yeah, you was messing with somebody else, or you got somebody on the back burner. Not to say that you even deep into somebody, but maybe you just got a booty call. Maybe you just have a guy on the side that is taking you out on dates, and you're not even that interested in him. But the fact that he's there as a romantic option is good enough for you. You don't even necessarily want to do anything further with him, but the fact that you just got the option there is giving you the comfort and the confidence that you need in yourself to continue to go on about your day and to go on about your life. Majority, I'm telling you, majority, and I don't want to be sexist, because I think most people, obviously it's more skewed for women, but there's a lot of guys out here that, and when you come and you meet them, they're involved with somebody. Like most women, when they date me, I'm involved with somebody. It might not be serious, but I'm out here. I'm for the streets. I'm on Bureau. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm for the streets until I meet somebody that make me not want to be for the streets anymore. And then I'll be down, when I'm ready to settle down, when I'm ready to focus on one girl, I'm gonna be on that. Or if I come across some girl and I feel like it makes sense to devote myself to her and commit to her, then I'm gonna be like that. But at the same time, I don't lie to women and tell them what they want to hear. I don't lie to them and say, "Oh yeah, you're the only one I'm talking to." Most of the time, it's don't ask, don't tell policy over here. I'm not gonna ask you what you got going on. You're not gonna ask me what I got going on, and we just gonna keep it as is. Ignorance is bliss, but I'm trying to be happy. But if it comes down to it, and you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm messing with other people, or like I'm dating somebody else. I'm seeing somebody else right now. Until it gets to that, but that's the conversation that you need to have when your relationship grows to the point of whether or not you want to be exclusive or whether or not you just want to continue to do what you're doing and check back in later and see if feelings change and whatnot. So communication, it's hard because of the fact that a lot of people are not confrontational. A lot of people are not real with themselves. A lot of people don't communicate with themselves, so they cannot communicate with you because they don't talk to themselves. They don't self-reflect. They don't know why they do what they do. They don't understand why they lie. They don't understand why they flake. They don't understand why they're not a person of principle. Why their character is lacking because of the fact that they don't hold themselves accountable. Because they don't ask themselves like, "Yo, who am I? What do I want to be known for? How do I want to conduct myself?" A lot of people are just they're bots. A lot of people are bots out here. They're just living, they're walking through life and they're existing. They don't think about why they think, what they think, they just think. They have their opinions. It gets shown to them and told to them through social media and through TV and whatnot, and they move on like that, which is why we have the the entire Twitter culture that we have today because a lot of people don't think for themselves, a lot of people don't self-reflect, they just regurgitate other thoughts that they've seen from other places and it just turns into an entire voice crack. It just turns into this big echo chamber of toxic ass, stupid ass thoughts. With that being said, dating in LA is gonna be what you make it. I think that it's it's definitely harder. Like I said before, this is the gauntlet. If you come in to date in LA, you better bring your A game. Like this is it for real. This is the game. This is the stage right here. This is Division 1. This is the top of the top. This is the gold medal. If you can make it here, you can date anywhere. You can go to any old hick town in America, and you gonna eat. You can go to any college town in America, you can go eat. You can go to any suburb, you gonna eat. But the thing is that LA is the way it is because there are so many people out here and there are so many options, and that's what makes LA LA. You wanted to come out here for the beautiful people. You wanted to come out here for the lifestyle and for the attractions of what it brings. So you can't complain, you can't be salty because LA is what LA is. You just gotta adjust. You just gotta rise to the occasion. Or you can bitch and complain and cry and say, I can't find a man, I can't find a girl, dating is trash, everybody's toxic, nobody is real anymore. Or you can self-reflect and be like, hey, maybe I'm not good at differentiating between men that are trash and men that are actually of substance, and I should try to get to know them better. I should give them a chance. And vice versa with the men. Maybe the woman that I'm dating at this time is not a good material for a long-term relationship. Maybe she's just someone I can casually date and I can relate to her to a certain point, but I'm not going to give my all. I'm not going to give everything to this person because I'm not seeing the signs that I want to see in a good, credible partner. And that's it. Also, we can go into the bullshit about dating apps and Instagram and social media. Blah, 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 blah. Women have options. Men have to pursue a lot of women because you don't have options, so you have to accumulate your options. We get this. We've heard it 1,000 times. End of the day, what I'm trying to say is get your mind right. If you get your mind right, you get your body right, and you get your life right. Not even just finances, but getting your mind, getting your soul, getting your spirit in line and intact, everything else will fall into place. You worried about the wrong shit. If you worried about being in a relationship, you probably don't need to be in a relationship. That shouldn't be your focus. You should just be focusing on making yourself happy. Because a lot of the time, people are just trying to get into a relationship because they're looking for a distraction from what they're lacking. They're looking for a distraction off of the fact that they're not doing what they really want to do in life. So they want a relationship so that they have an excuse, so that they have a distraction. So they're like, oh, damn, I wish I could do this, but I got to go be with my girl. Or, oh, I will pursue this, but after work, I'm going to be with my man. And this is the time. This is the time to be selfish. When you're young, when you're single, when you don't have kids, when you don't have any other responsibilities but to yourself, this is the time to do it. I don't know if anyone's gonna come across this video. I'm sure like I'll probably get 5 users on this or whatever because I'm not really talking about anything but dating in LA. But if you see this and resonates with you, definitely let me know what your opinion on dating in LA is. If you live in LA or wherever you're living at, let me know what your opinion on dating in your town and how your city is. Is this just an LA thing? Is this just a culture thing with the dating scene? Countrywide? Is this a Western thing? Is it a worldwide thing? Let me know what y'all think. Without further ado, this is Dap Hobby, and I'm signing out.